Oh man, nothing takes the fun out of funnel week like more snow. Oh, what's funnel week? That's a great question. Well, we're at the first funnel deadline of our legislative session. And what that means is that a bill has to have passed out of a policy committee in either the Senate or the House in order to still be alive for the legislative session. We consider hundreds of bills each session, and the purpose of this funnel process is to help us focus on bills that have a wide or broad level of support so that we can focus on our priorities. So what I thought I'd do today is just talk about a couple of bills that I think are important and that you might find interesting too. One of them is SJR 20. This is a proposed amendment to Iowa's Constitution that says that the state can't spend more than 99% of the money that it takes in. We have this provision in Iowa code already, but the problem with it being in the code and not in the Constitution is that it's really easy for politicians to circumvent the law and end up spending more than what we take in. This has happened in the past, and it results in budget challenges every time it happens. So let's put it in the Constitution. Just makes sense. It still allows us flexibility to deal with emergencies like tornadoes or floods or things like that that might require the state to spend more than 99%. The second bill I want to talk about is Senate File 376. This is the mental health bill that I introduced a few weeks ago. It's the one that requires that kids who are in grades 7 to 12 receive some kind of education or information on mental health awareness, coping skills, and suicide prevention in a health class that they're already mandated to take. The CDC, unfortunately, has data that shows that suicide is the second leading cause of death in young people in America today. And unfortunately, our schools are on the front lines of mental health issues with our kids. So a constituent gave me this idea and asked me to introduce this bill, which I did. And since I did, I've heard some really touching stories from people who I don't even know, who've sent me emails and told me stories about their kids or friends of their kids who've committed suicide. And as tragic as that is, they also are very grateful to me for introducing this bill because they think it'll save lives down the road. And I sure hope it does. But that's it for these bills today. Like I said, there are hundreds of bills that we consider every session, and I encourage you to reach out to me and let me know what you're thinking on bills that are of interest to you. Thank you.